From the mountains to the valleys to the skyscraper mass of metal and glass, a gracious and dignified what up to you. Welcome to the wonderful conversation with one of the mayoral candidates, Kalyn.
Scoop, thank you for making time for me.
My pleasure.
This is a dream come true. You're a local legend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are the challenges you are facing as a disabled person and a female running for political office?
Well, the first challenge I would say is that people keep saying that I'm running for office and I can't run. So I'm actually rolling for office, and I realize that a lot of the terms to fight the power are kind of trapped up in this ableist language about standing up for your rights and running and what do you stand for, and the reality is I don't stand for any of this shit. And I am the first person to ever roll for mayor, and I'm not only the first woman with a disability but also the first artist who's disabled, and I'm a queer. So Colorado politics said that I'm a HR dream hire because I check a lot of diversity boxes. And that's another obstacle that I've overcome faced is I think because of my body and because of who I am, it's easy to belittle me as my physical character rather than the issues that I raise and the solutions that I propose.
So you're same sex, you're disabled, and you're a woman rolling for political office.
That's right. And I'm poor, and because of the money that I don't have, I've been excluded from forums, debates, media coverage, and determined not a viable candidate because I don't have all the money that these other people do.
What are you doing to fight all those obstacles that come with running or rolling for political office?
Well, I'm still showing up, whether I'm invited or not. And I am doing my best to shed light on the fact that politics is a pay-to-play game that I don't abide by and that I don't conform to. And I think the real power is within people and not within money. And, at the end of the day, I want to smash capitalism. So I'm doing it every single way that I can. I'm actually going to a Women in Power event after this that I was not invited to until last minute. So I'm going to show up and give them a run for their money.
This pay to play when it comes to running for office, that's fucking bullshit.
It's fun.
I'm glad you're defying the odds.
And you know what else I'm doing to overcome this is instead of spending campaign funds on ugly signs that are going to go into a landfill, I'm spending campaign funds to feed our unhoused neighbors, to build ramps that are going to last longer than this election cycle, and make art, because we know that art outlives all of this shit, right?
Damn right.
And so we, instead of buying signs, we've been taking the cash for houses, we buy ugly houses, predatory colonizer signs, and we're repurposing them into Kalyn for mayor signs.
So what are the issues that you'll be tackling? I know one of the hot issues right now, two of them I can think of right now, are police brutality and housing.
Yeah, so my whole platform is focused on access, right? And I don't just mean physical access, but it's very important because a lot of us don't even have physical access to this arena, with the stairs and the steps and the lack of accessibility accommodations that some of us need. But I also mean access to housing, access to safe shelter, safe creative spaces, access to quality education, access to income and wealth, which, also means access to power, and access to clean water and environment. And in order to do that, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And as far as your issue with police brutality, you and I are on the front lines when a lot of our community members have been killed by the police. And I see you at the same marches. And what I would like to see is a crisis response, trauma-informed, 24/7 response team that doesn't incarcerate people, but actually provides supportive services, calms people down, and has the mental health professionals at hand, and nobody's gonna go to jail. So that's one of the ways that I would tackle police brutality. And housing, I want to declare housing a human right.
Damn right.
And I think that there's plenty of creative ways and affordable ways that we could house everyone in the city. There's enough vacant luxury apartments to house the entire state's homeless population right now.
You're damn right.
And so we should be using these vacant spaces.
Fucking A.
Yeah, and there's no reason to not, but the reason is this city and this country was founded on colonizers, right? And so I feel like gentrification is kind of a whitewash term, and it removes some of the violence that people are facing. And we're seeing modern day colonization, where we're killing our poor people and we're pushing out our people of color and our people with disabilities without income and wealth, and out of sight, out of mind, right?
Yeah, I hear you. The issues facing me in my career path to broadcasting is I'm a person of color and with low income, and I'm mentally disabled, Asperger's and autism, and there are no opportunities for people like me.
You're right.
Like I'm trying to find a way to overcome the challenges, so I can realize the dream of being a TV anchor for one of my favorite TV stations here in Denver.
Okay, which TV station is that?
CW2 and Fox 31.
Okay.
And be the first African American to ever return to the anchor desk in the Denver market since Raynelda Muse, Bertha Lynn, and John Owens of Colorado Springs.
Wow. I support you in whatever you want to do, but I also like to hear you cuss and rap sometimes, and I don't know if you'd be able to get away with some of that on these big mainstream media outlets.
They would censor me like that. So
I find a lot of importance here in independent media and independent arts, and I wanted to ask you why you feel Denver open media and open media, independent media, is so important.
Well, after I moved, as I was getting ready to move to Denver in September 2011, moved to Denver from Colorado Springs, I was looking for a way to gain some off-campus TV experience, journalism experience off campus as I go for my bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism at Metro State College of Denver.
Go Roadrunners.
Go Roadrunners. And then a friend of mine told me about Denver Open Media, public access television, while we were still broadcasting on 56, 57, and 881. And I felt that was it. Something to build a demo reel to show to the Denver stations after graduation. And we need places like this place, and the And the city had no right to take away our funding.
You're right. And I was one of the artists that signed the letter to the mayor, and I'm very ashamed in the current mayor, Hancock, for not renewing the lease and not even participating in the mayoral debate that was hosted here a couple nights ago.
And
Because I really would have liked to talk to him about it to his face.
And that's one of the reasons why Mayor Hand-on-Cock has to go.
Can you tell me why you feel like he's got to go?
One of the reasons is because he's got too many rich millionaire white people telling him what to do.
Yeah. Do you know he's raised over $3 million in his campaign right now?
Yes.
Can you imagine what we could do with that same amount of money?
Get funding for open media back.
Yeah. Maybe we could film a rap video together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and maybe we could provide housing for our friends.
Housing, yes.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And use the funds to also help low-income people go from junk to hunk, gain access to internal cleansing treatments, organic food, and gym memberships so that low-income people like us can reduce the risk of future health problems, mainly heart disease, diabetes, and cancer.
I got another question. If I win and I'm mayor, which part of me feels like I'm already the mayor. You're kind of already the mayor too. You're a pretty recognizable guy. If I'm the mayor and I'm sitting on the $2 billion budget and I'm able to hire my friends like the incumbent, if I wanted to hire you for a job, what would your job be?
Two things. Of course, do what I said, help low-income people gain access to internal cleansing treatments, organic food, and gym memberships so they can do the same thing I'm doing, because I'm struggling with affordability myself.
I'm sure.
And two, housing. Most importantly, housing.
What if, how do we utilize your broadcasting expertise? Could we maybe have like a weekly show from the mayor's mansion?
Yes.
Hosted by Scoop Nemeth?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm into that. You got a deal. That's a special interest thing right now that's a deal we just made on public domain. So, I'm a rapper. That's kind of how I got it. Did you know that I'm a rapper?
Yep, I saw your performance at the High Dive a few years ago.
But I heard you're a rapper too, and you were doing some tongue twisters that I can't even do. Could I hear one of your raps?
Gladly. I'll beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker, then both motherfuckers will shit their pants till they suffer from explosive diarrhea. Then I'm like, see ya, wouldn't wanna be ya.
Hey.
Then both motherfuckers will be shitting in their pants. Oh, boo.
Yeah, dude. Can I be your hype man?
Sure.
All right. Scoop, you're the best. And I have to say, I feel like I just got a Make-A-Wish because when I entered the mayoral race over a year ago, me and my friends were sitting and watching some old Scoop Nemeth episodes, and I was like, wow, how do I get an interview with Scoop Nemeth?
Including Newsview Broncos country?
You're damn right. I'm a huge fan. I'm your biggest fangirl.
Thank you.
So this is definitely a candidate campaign dream come true. I appreciate you for taking time out of your busy day.
Oh, and another thing we could use the $2 billion, the $1 billion budget for is to open another nonprofit organization hire lawyers and private investigators to find the truth for people like us who have been wrongly convicted of crimes they didn't even commit.
Yeah, I would love that. I'm in. You got a
Because-
job. If I win, you got a job, my man.
Yeah, because investigate and find some real dirt on the real whodunit and clear our names.
Yeah. Deal. You got a job. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. How do you close this out? Do you have a...
And that's what it's all about for this conversation. I'm Scoop Nemeth.